Pinky here is our golden Guernsey goat. She is the goat that we use for milking, and she is at the moment producing about 3.5 litres of milk a day. Now that means we're making an awful lot of cheese, an awful lot of butter, and we get a huge amount of cream from her milk as well. But we also, in making the butter, end up with buttermilk as a side product. There's one of our tubs of butter. You get white butter from goats. Now, as a sort of byproduct of that, we have lots of this. This is buttermilk. In fact, we've got loads of it. Here's a bit more. And there. Now, what can you use buttermilk for? Well, we are going to use it today to make the batter for some drop scones. The elderflower's been very late this year. Everything was on track to be on time. There was loads of fruit blossom in the spring, and then in June, which is when the elderflower normally is out, suddenly it turned wet and cold. Now we're in the mid-July now, and normally the elderflower would have been finished ages ago, but it's not, so we're going to pick some of this and use it in some of the Scotch pancakes and drop scones that we're going to make. And it's a lovely addition to the batter. It has a lovely smell to it as well. Back in the kitchen now, and the first job I did was to strip the elderflower from the stalks. So that all goes into a bowl, and then into another bowl put 200 grams of self-raising flour. To the flour add 100 grams of sugar, then 2 eggs that our hens have just laid, and then a handful of elderflower, and then this is the buttermilk, so still got a bit of cream on it as well, and I'm just going to add a bit in. What we're going to do is add enough to be able to make a thick batter. So obviously clearly not enough gone in there, but at some point this will all be a nice thick but reasonably liquid batter. So here we have a nice thick but still slightly runny batter. That's now ready to be cooked, and you cook it on a griddle. The griddle needs to be hot, and you need a very thin layer of oil or fat on it, and what we're going to use is some of our goat's butter. This was made from the same batch of milk that the buttermilk was made from. So put a small amount on, and then I'm going to just give it a quick wipe around the pan so that it is a really thin layer there, and then just add a tablespoonful of butter for each drop scone that we're making. Oops. As you can see, I've turned one already, and you can see that they're bubbling a little bit, so just carefully turn this one here, and it's only a couple of minutes on each side, and got to just make sure that they cook right the way through. So yeah, the first ones, just check to see if they're done. Oh, I think that one a bit overdone, but maybe that one as well. But otherwise, certainly those two seem fine. So here are the drop scones I made this afternoon, the elderflower drop scones, and got one ready to have on a plate. And what I'm going to add to those is a little bit of rhubarb jelly that I made recently, and helping my waistline, some of this gorgeous cream that we're getting from our goat's milk at the moment. So here goes. Oh, such a pity you can't be here with me to enjoy this.